United Way's role in building a more caring community is based on our shared interest and need to continue to work in community for one another, allowing all people who need a handout to actually have a hand up.
The only reason the formal partnership worked was because there was an informal partnership and a really good foundation.
Education really is key, and Labour is the beneficiary of a specific program that the United Way offers, and that is the Labour Community Advocacy Training Program, or LCAT. Because being a Labour leader on site is more than just writing grievances, trying to negotiate a collective agreement, meeting with management. This education that is specifically delivered by the United Way staff teaches us how to be an active listener, how to be a supporter, where we can direct our members in need, specifically the assistance that they need in that time of their challenge. And it's these skills that we have learned from the United Way LCAT program that change or alter the outcome of our member that is struggling.
It gives an avenue for people who want to be activists. They may not want to fight with their boss, but they're more than happy to roll up their sleeves and volunteer some time. It's a great way to channel positive energy, again designed to make Saskatoon better for our kids, our grandkids, and not just our kids, but the community as a whole.
When you look at a piece of paper and you understand what you're agreeing to, what isn't reflected there is the time and the development of relationships. You had to bring a whole bunch of people along, because on our board of directors, while we did have 2 positions that were dedicated for Labour representatives, you also had anywhere from 12 to 16 other people who in their day-to-day work may not have been that aware of why we did have a partnership. It took time. It took a lot of, the word that I'm looking for is, you had to believe in one another, trust. Nothing is easy. There was always misunderstandings. Sometimes we spoke different language to mean the same thing. And you had to be willing to come back to the table and work through it.
Formalizing the partnership allowed us to create a foundation of which we knew we could grow to what was ever next. To have conversations with one another, to say, why are we doing this? Why is it important? Why do we have this partnership to begin with? How are we going to work together? It just really created a framework that allowed us to always have kind of something around us.
One of my favorite moments is signing the agreement and celebrating that, where everybody was on the same page after a couple of years of discussing it. The community service awards dinner, and watching the faces of the volunteers who win the award because they don't know anything about it. And I think that there's been, is it close to 20 years or 25 years of celebrating people in the Labour movement who've made a phenomenal difference in the community. And you still see them out there on the street, and that confidence and togetherness that we developed.
Well, it's going to sound very simplistic, but I knew we had to hang out with each other. That I knew what was going to keep the partnership strong was relationships. So we had to get to know each other. We had to have reasons to be together. So we just started hanging out in each other's world. So we had Labour folks coming to United Way events. We had United Way people going to Labour events. Just that very simple, big picture has allowed the partnership to remain relevant. Lots of people really want the same thing, but they come at it from a different way. I think we've learned a lot about the true meaning of partnership, that it ebbs and flows, that you always have to be having a conversation about what it means, what it looks like. The partnership is a unique opportunity to continually find ways to re-engage new people in both movements.
During workplace campaigns, United Way works with us and ensures that they bring out community individuals who can passionately speak about the services that they've needed to address or go through in order for them to turn their life around.
Having the United Way, as a vehicle in which to have those dialogue with some members can help us find, those activists who may want to take the training that United Way provides. If you volunteer, you don't have to volunteer for every event. If you have a passion to making Saskatoon better, if you have ideas, we may be the appropriate platform where those ideas can become a program within the city.
Through all this education and the pieces, our collective voices are stronger.